Hello everybody and welcome back to World of Tanks, and welcome today to another one of my tips and tricks video. Now the last one of these that I did, which was how to improve your win rate, was massively popular on my channel, and so I thought, I mean, it's been about 2 years since I did that, I think, so I thought, hey, I should probably do another one. And I was I played this game, the Centurion, and I was recording it a minute ago. So this is the second time I've recorded this video, and I just went, this is a great game to do this video. I've been wanting to do it for a while, but I've never really had a game that I've thought, well, I have, but I've completely forgotten at the time, that I've thought, oh god. And straight away, we have a bit of an issue. That appears to be a Lorraine 40T, obviously 4-round autoloader. He put 3 into me, and there's artillery, which I'm sure those of you who have been playing World of Tanks for a while know what the hell is wrong with the arty. And yeah, I'm now down to 411 hit points, which is going to be probably, well, it is going to be, it's not probably going to be, it's going to be my first point of today's video. I think I've got 3 different points that I'm going to make, 3 different little tips that will help you do more damage, guys. And these 3 little tips aren't going to work every single game. They're not going to work every single game. You're not going to basically... Actually, it might be 4. I'm going to give you some tips. I keep thinking of other ones that aren't going to work every single game. But over averages, it may bring your average damage in your tanks up by 100. It may just allow you to put every other game, every 2-3 games, maybe that extra 1-2 shots in. That may help you out, may help your team win, and they'll make you a better player overall. First point I'm going to make, don't give up. Don't just go, oh, well, bugger. As I quite easily could have done in this matchup. So easily could have done it. First, what was it? Less than a minute, and I've taken 2/3 of my hit points. More than 2/3 of my hit points have been taken away. I could have at this point just rushed in. Yeah, so what? I'm dead. Blah, blah, blah. Doesn't matter. Next game. Bibbly, bubbly, boo. But I didn't. And I'm not that bad for doing things like that. I am if I'm going slightly tilt. But I know some people are. It's a very basic tip. Very... Just calm yourself down. Get yourself into a nice defensive position. You can see me here. I'm in a defensive position. I'm not exposing my tank too much. I'm just chilling out. Just letting the damage come to me. Taking opportunistic shots. Everything like that. Trying to stay artillery safe. As you can see, I kind of knew that artillery was over here. So, I may have the windmill there in the way if he's over that way. If not, I'm still on a down slope, which does make you harder to hit by artillery. And I'd like to point out, this is not camping. What I'm not saying is as soon as you take a load of damage, go sit at the back of the map and wait for your team to die and then put 2 shots in. Because yes, that will work. Yes, you'll do slightly more damage. But it's not going to help. It's not going to make you a better player as such. It will just improve your stats. This will make you a better player. Just helping yourself get into those defensive positions and just knuckling yourself down. Just getting yourself in. Second thing, really big point on this, and this helps with every single bit of World of Tanks. Every single part of your game this will improve, is knowing your tank. In a minute, you're just about to see what knowing your tank is, and you'll even see me do it here. This tank, I know, has got 10 degrees gun depression, very nice gun depression. It's got very nice turret armor and very nice upper plate armor. So me being on such low hit points, I'm going to put myself into a situation where I've got a good position, hold down, can use my armor effectively. If I was a light tank, had no armor, I'd get myself into a good position where there's a lot of cover, where I can spot or maybe put in opportunistic shots, but then as soon as I've put a shot in, fall back behind cover. If I was a tank with low penetration, because this tank has very high penetration, on its standard rounds, 226, the Centurion Mark 5, I would put myself into a situation where I can try and get flanking shots. But again, not too aggressive. Every situation, you've got to judge it differently. Now, my bad chat's rushed in here, and yeah, he's not doing overly well. The Progetto, I keep saying Progetto, not Progetto. The P44 Pantera rushes him. I put a shot in, and he is dead. Now, I'm just going to pause the video for a second. So for those of you who don't know already, this is a tier 8 only game on Erlenberg. So everything in this game is the same tier as me. I'm in the Centurion Mark 5-1, a tier 8 premium British medium tank. It's very, very similar to the Centurion 1. It's got slightly better upper hull armor. If you can see, it's got a plate welded onto the front, which actually means that it does have slightly better upper hull armor, approximately 200mm on flat ground if you're using your gun depression a little bit more, and it's got very good turret armor as well. But as you saw at the start of the game with that Lorraine pumping shells into my side, it has got a very big side that is also very weak. So I know the weaknesses. Like I say, you got to know the strengths and weaknesses of your tank. That's something that is going to help you no matter what. Even if you're in a game where your team's winning, you've got support the whole time and you're just shooting tanks, you still need to know the strengths of your tank. But yeah, so that's just a little bit on what I'm doing with this tank in this game. So I'm now alone as well. As you can see, if you look at the map, massively, massively alone. I don't feel that I can back off because I feel like the Scorpion's very fast tanks, Pantera, very fast tank. I know the T10, not the T, I keep calling it a T10. The 110 is on this side of the map because he's got 3 kills, he's still unspotted, and he killed the Batchat. And the only place he could have killed the Batchat from was up here somewhere, especially without getting spotted. And what you're going to see in a minute is the uses of the first 2 tricks that I've just told you put into action. Again, this video, for all of you, those of you who are like, you know, good at World of Tanks, this video is going to be like, yeah, that's what I do anyway. You might pick up 1 or 2 things, but yeah, that's what I do anyway. And this is where you want to put your tank into a good position. Like I say, still playing a defensive position. I'd beaten all of the tanks that I could see on this map. I could have quite easily pushed forwards, but again, I'm on 17 hit points. I'm using my tank to its advantages. I put myself in a position there where my lower plate was hidden and all that the Pantera could see was my upper plate and my turret. And that's what I did, and that's what allowed me to finish him off. And look, if I'd have panicked there, when I got put down to 17 health, if I'd have given up and just charged in, I'd have died on 1,200 damage. I've been on 17 hit points since I was on 1,200 damage. I'm already up to 2,500 now, so I've doubled my damage just by relaxing, thinking about my tank, thinking about what position I need to put it in to get the best out of it, to get those last couple of shots out of it. Like I say, it's not going to sit at the back of the map and camping. I'm still holding this flank for my team. I'm not sitting back here and allowing the enemy team to get up here and kill my artillery. I'm still holding this flank. I'm still being strong. But I'm doing slightly more damage than I would otherwise have done. Now, next little trick, which you're going to see in a second, the map. The map is the #1 thing I would say that will make you a better player. Your map, your situational awareness, your just general awareness of the game. So, I see the T10 pops up. I get spotted. We proxied each other. We didn't have direct line of sight. He's now coming over. You can see me looking at him here. There. Right at this very second, I could still concentrate on this T10. This T10, he's coming over. He's definitely going to come over. But for those of you who are potentially better at the game, who have played the game for a lot longer, if you're paying attention at all, if we look at the minimap, a Scorpion just popped up on my right-hand side. You need to have that awareness. What I do every single time is every couple of seconds, I don't even think about it anymore, probably every couple of seconds in World of Tanks, I'll look at my map. And there we go, look, straight round, see the Scorpion. Again, I put a shot in, I get lucky there in him bouncing. I think he either bounced off my side or my turret, he didn't aim properly. He could have killed me, yes, I'm very aware of that. But I still got an extra shot in. Even if he would have killed me there, I got that extra shot in because I didn't just focus on this guy. I turned my turret, I got the shot before he even fired, which would have put me 200 damage up. And yes, I may have died, but in this case, I didn't. Next of all, I focus again. I have a quick look to see where the T10 is. The T10 is still coming over. I need to get this Scorpion G out. The T10, I can't kill him in one shot unless I ammo rack him. The Scorpion G, I need to get him out, because even if I play absolutely incredibly, track this T10 up in the air, I can't keep the T10 tracked and kill the Scorpion at the same time. So I need to get the lowest health tank out, the highest priority tank. You want to kill in water tanks, you want to get rid of as many guns firing back at you as you can. So you see me here, finish off the Scorpion. And now, obviously, the T10 is coming over, and I get, again, very lucky, artillery shoots him, takes his tracks off, and then you see me here, aim for his tracks, and take his tracks off. Like, if I say so myself, beautiful bit of play there. Again, I'm lucky that the artillery was paying attention, and the artillery did put a nice round into the T10, tracking him. But me killing that Scorpion allowed me to then focus back on the T10 and not now have to worry about the Scorpion. And like I said before, I've now managed to track this guy up in the air. He doesn't have a repair kit. I'm making sure that I stay down underneath his gun. But if the Scorpion was still alive here, there's potential if this I keep saying T10, 110 had a really good repair crew that a really bad repair crew, sorry, that I could take his tracks off and then kill the Scorpion. But you wouldn't want to risk it. You wouldn't want to risk the Scorpion reload. You need to get that guy out. And again, yes, I've got lucky that I've got those shots and the Scorpion bounce. But again, me staying calm, putting my tank in the right situation, I'm now up to 4,155 damage. I'd like to remind you all again, when I was on 17 hit points, I was on 1,200 damage. At that point in the game, I could have easily sat out in the open, just gone, screw it, put one more shot in, I'm dead, into another game. But I didn't. I stayed calm, like I said, kept my awareness up, kept looking at the map, seeing what was happening. Also, the awareness at the time, I know this is an assault game mode, so we have to cap or kill all the enemy tanks. And unfortunately, it takes 1 minute 40 to cap, and there's only 1 minute 20 left. But what I'm doing is I'm just sitting in the cap here, just baiting the enemy tanks into coming towards me, and hopefully they don't realise that I can't actually cap. Or at least it's a big old beacon telling them where I am to try and get them to come and shoot me. I would have liked at this point my team to have been a bit more active in going after the last enemy tanks, but unfortunately they weren't. I'm, again, at this point, 100% expecting the enemy arty to finish me off. So I'm still putting myself in a good position though. I'm still staying hull down. I'm still using the good turret armor, the good upper plate armor of my tank, knowing what the tank is all about, not exposing my hull, trying to shoot the LT submarine apparently. And you see here, right, this is an important point. Obviously, again, still staying angled, still staying in the right position for my tank. I'm not going to go on too much more about that. I've said that. I'm going for this T100, and you can see, if I remove the map right now, if I just look at that, that's what I'm looking at. I've got him in front of me. I'm focusing on this guy. I kill him to the fire. I think it's less than a second later. Now, did anyone notice? The Progetto popped up on the map. Literally, I've paused this video as soon as the Progetto popped up. So even if I was staring at the map, I've only just seen him. How fast do you think it takes me to recognise that he's there? Instant, pretty much. Straight away noticed that he was there. And that's the thing. As soon as you've got a kill in World of Tanks, don't go, oh yay, I got a kill, woo. Let's just sit back and relax because I've finished that guy off. Look at the map. Just have a look at the map. See what your situation's like. And see what you can do as your next part. Again, it's 13 seconds left on the clock. Unless my team somehow managed to find the RT and kill it, we're not going to win this game. And I just decide here, screw it, I'm going after the Progetto. Going to try and get the kill. And he is in a better position and finishes me off. But, this is an extreme example. I know this is an extreme example of what all of these things together can do. I went from being on 17 hit points and having done 1,200 damage to finishing this game with 4,825 in a tier 8 tank. Again, like I say, I know it's a very extreme point. But even each little one of those tips, if you apply it to your game, you'll notice that you do more damage. Like I said on that Scorpion, the fact that I looked at my map, you just keep glancing at your map. I would love to do a video, but I've been trying to do this for ages. Getting a video where I count how many times I look down at the map. But obviously, it's very difficult to get a video where I'm not thinking about it. And a lot of times, if I'm streaming, I don't really want, because again, I'm thinking about it. But just look down at your map. Put your tank in the right position. Like I said, some of this was luck. The Centurion bouncing was luck. The Artie hitting the 110 was luck. The Progetto not being able to kill me, probably a little bit of luck. He probably could have sat and aimed at my lower plate. But you do create your own luck. If I'd have been sat in the open sideways onto any of those guys, I'd have died. Straight up, I would have died. Even if they were stupid. You've got to create your own luck. You've got to make yourself better. And that's what gets you those 1-2 extra shots a game. That's what, in a very rare situation like this, I quadrupled my damage. Just from not panicking, not worrying, going on with the game. And yeah. That's all I'm going to say. I'm very aware that I've been talking a lot this game. So that game we did end up doing 4,825 damage. Blocked 1,960 damage with our armor. And got 768 assisted. We got 4 kills. And we did unfortunately lose the game. I remember this was an ace tanker in my Centurion Mark V. So pretty good there. And yeah. I do hope you've enjoyed this video. Sorry if I've just been talking so much, guys, and sorry if you already knew all of this, especially if you're good players or if you're like, oh, well, duh. But obviously, I know there are those of you who won't know this, who won't really know a lot about these things, or even if you do, this might just help you out. So if you're any of these guys, please consider giving the video a like. Tell me what your thoughts are in the comments down below. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. And other than that, thank you very much for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.